2009, Paper 1, Question 11, Curve Sketching. Given the equation of a curve with two unknowns and we're told that the curve has a turning point. We know that turning points are related to when dy dx equals 0. So I'm going to take the equation and differentiate it. Bring the power down, so 3 times 2x and take 1 away. Bring the power down and take 1 away from the power, and plus b has to equal 0. So 6x squared plus 2ax plus b has to equal 0. We're told that when x equals minus 2, y equals 44 is the turning point. So as I substitute minus 2 into this equation, I get 6 times 4 minus 4a plus b is equal to 0. So minus 4a plus b has to equal minus 24, and I get one equation to work with. My second comes from using the equation of the curve. Y equals 44 when x equals 2. So that gives me 2 times minus 8 plus 4a minus 2b. So 44 equals minus 16 plus 4a minus 2b. So 4a minus 2b has to equal 60. My first equation was minus 4a plus b equals minus 24. I have two equations to solve, and if I add them together, minus 4a plus 4a is 0, so they're going to be eliminated. Minus 2b plus b is minus b, and 60 plus minus 24 is 36, so that gives me that b is minus 36. And that's what the question asks for. To work out a, have that minus 4a plus b has to equal minus 24. So minus 4a would equal 12, and a is minus 3. So a is minus 3 and b is minus 36. This means that the equation of the curve is 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 36x, and we're asked to find the other turning point. So again, using dy dx equals 0, 6x squared minus 6x minus 36 equals 0, dividing by 6, x squared minus x minus 6 is 0. I'm going to factorise this to solve it, but you could use the quadratic equation. X minus 3 upon x plus 2 equals 0. So we have that x equals 3 or x equals minus 2. X equals minus 2, then y is 44. We're already given that. And if x equals 3, then y equals 2 times 3 cubed. It's 27. Minus 3 times 9 minus 36 times 3. So that's 54. Take away 27 minus 108, which is minus 81, which gives me a second turning point at 3 minus 81. We're now asked to identify the turning points, and to do that we need to know the second differential. So I'm going to differentiate dy dx. 12x minus 6. Our first turning point was at minus 2, 44. And if we substitute that into that equation, we get minus 24 minus 6, which is minus 30, less than 0, so that would be a maximum. Our second turning point was at 3 minus 81. And substituting that in, we get 36 take away 6, which is positive 30, greater than 0, so that is a minimum. We're asked to find where it crosses the axis, and we'll start with the x-axis, and it crosses these when y equals 0. So 0 has to equal 2x cubed minus 6x squared minus 36x. Taking out a factor of 2x gives me x squared minus 3x minus 18. So it crosses the axes when y equals 0, x equals 0, and when x squared minus 3x minus 18 equals 0. Now this doesn't factorise in the clues in the question by giving it 2 decimal places, so I'm going to use the quadratic formula. X equals minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Substituting in that into the calculator, I get 2 answers, which are 5.1 or negative 3.6. To answer this part of the question, we need to bring together all our answers from the previous sections, where it crosses the axes and our turning points. And to be able to sketch a cubic, we need to understand its shape, and a positive cubic will look like this. What I'm going to do now is mark all of my points. It crosses the axes at 0, 0, minus 3.60 and 5.10. This is just a sketch, they don't have to be in the exact place. We have a maximum point at minus 244 and we have a minimum at 3 minus 81. And all we need to do now is join these points together and label them. So that's 5.1, 0 and minus 3.6. This turning point is at plus 3, minus 81, and this turning point is at minus 244. Final bit in the question, we have to work out the area. We're interested in the area between the 0 and 1 coordinates. So area is the integral. And if I integrate 2x cubed, I get 2x to the 4 divided by 4. 3x squared becomes 3x cubed divided by 3, and 36x becomes 36x squared divided by 2. Each time I've increased the power by 1 and taken or divided by the new power. Substituting in 1 then, we get a half, take away 1, take away 18, which gives us minus 18 and a half. All the negative sign does is show that the area is below the axes, and we know that from our previous sketch. So to find the area, it's 18 and a half square units.